Where we go from here?
Since 1866, immigration has been weaponized against the American Negro since we became citizens and we no longer slaves and contraband and everything. It's a tactic, guys and girls. It's a tactic for the elites. I sit with you as a former blue-collar child growing up in Houston, Texas, celebrating a ribeye steak once a year because my dad worked here for the ship. I can safely say every Friday night I have ribeye steak, not because I want to, because I just want to do my steak on it. But anyway, I digress. But he introduced me to her. Immigration has been weaponized in this country for centuries. I'm not anti-immigration, anti-migrants, because most of the people in this room, I would say, are not indigenous of what we now call America. You're immigrant. That's not what has been happening. And yes, according to what I call, even though he's a civilian, I call my commander, who would remain nameless, who's a Tier 1 Delta Force, Green Beret, 5th Group, that I trained with in this training group. We've already been invaded. We've been invaded since 1972. And the story I told you, the police officer that came to arrest one of my uncles, he was from Russia with the HPD, with a Russian accent that I now know is a Russian accent. Right? He was one of the non-arresting officers every Friday fish day. He wasn't a white man. The problem we have now in the 21st century is that some people are still being white, some people still being black, but politically, brown people are no longer brown, but they're Latino and Hispanic. The red people are no longer red people in this construct, they're now Native American. With casino, the old municipality, mercantile. The yellow man is no longer yellow, or woman is now the vice president, Kamala Harris, who's Asian American.
Depending on the day.
But my point is, somehow the elite thinks it's cool to keep this blackness and this whiteness going, right? So when I do my spaces, I go, where are your people from? And they say, oh, no, wait. I say, yeah, but where are your people from? Ireland, Russia, Germany. Okay, let's start there. If you want to have a real conversation with your Negro or Black American, start from where your people are from. Don't come at them being white. Because George Soros and Black Lives Matter and the elites has made white uncool. Just as uncool as black has been uncool, you know. That's by design. That's part of Marxism. And unfortunately, the Tren Agua, which is a Marxist gang cartel, is in Chicago with a takeover mentality. Not unlike the Manifest Destiny mindset, with Zachary Taylor, Stephen F. Austin, and all those good guys from Texas and the Alamo. They're coming to take this place. And they don't care how you feel about it. If you have a Calaveras restaurant, is there a Calaveras here yet? It will be. Calaveras, put it on tape. I'm not scared of none of them because I got a team that got a long vision, we got our own site. I'm gonna drop it on your cocktail. Come for me, you know how I get down, right? You know how I get down, right, Papi? Let's go. If the Calaveras is coming to your community, it's a laundromat for the cartel. If they don't like us, they are part of the La Raza, the race. The long discontent of the border crossing them out of Tejas in what's now California with the K, there's their land. So when people tell me I'm in California and California is falling, I'll go, ain't mad at me. I didn't take anything in the Guadalupe, Hidalgo Treaty of 1848 for $15 million, and then raped and pillaged and killed all the Mexican women and one land and turned all of their income into a slave state. That wasn't on me. So there's a thing called karma that has nothing to do with anybody in this room. But it has everything to do with this idea, this thing that has nothing to do with anybody in this room called white privilege. Because I know there's no one in this room privileged. Maybe so-called white, but you're not privileged. You're not participating in the privilege that Biden is participating in. And he's not the smartest guy in the room. Okay? So when you're dealing with the Black American, my advice to you is tell them where your people from. Tell them where your people from. In a bank, a home, a gas station. If they ask you where you ask them where their people from. They'll probably tell you they have no idea and they don't want to talk about Africa. And don't call them African Americans because they're pissed off. They will stop and say, oh, my people from 1870 was blah, 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 blah. And then you'll say, oh, my people came here from Germany, from this, that. And then now, you have a human conversation.
And having, thank you, yes. And this is one of the things that I wanted to bring him here because I've learned so much from my friend. So much. And I've always said that you need to get out of your